All right, guys. So while we got the bodies soaking in the dye, seeing if that works out, which I don't think it's going to. Got a little wild hair up my butt. Decided I was gonna go ahead and change out the differential oil in the front and rear of the crate. I already put 20 mil in the center right here. So right now I'm working on the front. Here it is right here. Got the 1 million weight in. Oop. Yeah, got the 1 million weight in. The center diff. It's leveling out nicely. Trying to give us time to let the air bubbles come up. I mean, it's so thick. I just think those little ones that are in there, that's just gonna be what it is. I don't think there's a way to get those out. I use a lighter, try to go over top, warm it up, but kind of like I do with my epoxy work. Hoping it would work. It did a little bit, but not too much. But yeah. So that's basically what we've been doing. Stay tuned for further updates on this and on the dyeing of the bodies. All right, guys, we're back. Just finished up with the front diff, getting it swapped over to 1 million weight. Like I said, the center diff has already got 20 mil in there, which made this thing pretty much a wheelie machine. Just trying to play around with some characteristics on driving. So now we're to the rear diff. Okay, we're right here to the rear diff. Sorry about that, my phone is dying. But so now we're here at the rear diff. I was gonna do step by step on how to do this guy. So the first thing, take off the wing. All right, basically just 4 giant screws right here. There's lock nuts on the opposite side of the shock tower that you can just leave in there. Don't need to take those out. So take that guy off right there. Set it to the side. Don't lose your parts. All right, so now, biggest thing. So the screws you're gonna take out 4 of them, okay? So you're gonna take out this one, this one, this one, and this screw right here. Those are the only 4 screws that you have to take out. With this size, that's 3 millimeter. Now on this diff, kind of like the other ones, like the 6S Kraton and stuff like that, it's kind of the same. They just add an extra screw up here at the top, which is, not sure what the size is. This is the Dynamite beginner kit. This is the biggest hex that comes in that kit. All right, so let me set my phone back up, that way I can see, make sure I'm recording stuff. But yeah, so the biggest hex you got, that's what you're going to use to remove this top middle screw. So you're going to take that guy out, nothing too crazy. I think Amazon just delivered parts for my 6S Kraton down there. Son was doing some double and triple backflips with it the other day. By the way, he's right there. He's 6 years old. Double, triple backflips. He was pulling off with this Kraton 6S the other day. And he was doing great. A couple bad landings. Snapped my RPM arms. Didn't have the receipt. Don't really care to wait for a warranty replacement, so ordered one off Amazon, you know, get them for like 13 bucks, a little bit cheaper than in the store. Also, my son's new X-Max, after about a week of running it, the stock servo went out, which, big surprise, right? I tried throwing a Savix in there, waterproofed it, just like I waterproofed the Savix I put in my Kraton 6S. Ran it for about 30 minutes. And I guess my waterproofing didn't work out so well on that one. Crapped out, so sent it back. The wife surprise ordered the 2085X with the steel gears. So that's in there. Got that in there earlier today. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully it does really great. Heard some good reviews, heard some bad reviews. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, anyways, let's get back. Sorry for jumping around. Let's get back. So we got that center screw out. Get these guys out. I used to use oh, hold on, sorry. I used to use a electric driver with some bits that I bought off Amazon. The bits I bought off Amazon were magnetic, about $12, $14 for the set. They were cool for like the first month, then they started stripping out, and it got to the point where I thought I was just stripping my screws out. Well, spent some money on these Protects right here, the Protect SL kit, you know, $46, $47 at my local hobby store, Hobbytown, USA. But yeah, bought these, and all the screws I thought I stripped were not actually stripped. Imagine that. Buy some quality tools and you don't have to worry about issues. Oh, by the way, let's get back. Still taking these screws out. Like I said, yeah, electric driver. Used to use it. It made it a lot easier, a lot quicker, but spend $45, $50 on a set of tools. Why not use them, right? Yeah. Let me get this GoPro going. So, yes, here we go. Other than that, so when you get those 5 screws out, right? Oh. Okay. This one's a lot tougher than the front one. Let's see if we can't pry it away. Oh man, you see, this is another reason I wanted to change these diff fluid out, because I didn't open these up when I first bought this thing. It just seems like it's got a lot of moisture right here and grit. So when I did the front one, it had a good bit of diff fluid in it, but it definitely wasn't full to the point that I would consider. See right here, all this. I mean, yeah, maybe some of it's water and mud, but I'm pretty positive some of that is a little bit of fluid as well, diff fluid as well. Maybe we'll see. Hopefully, I still get lucky and not have the issue some people have had. This thing is being a pain. All right, well, we'll get back to that in a second. But before we do, another thing you want to do is you want to take out one of these screws for your shocks. You lift that up, it's going to help you get the diff out. You'll see. The diff is so big, drive shafts are so big. If you don't take one of these shocks out, you got to pull the diff out right here. You got to pull this diff out right here. These shafts are going to hit these shocks and it's going to stop you. So all you got to do is just pull one out. There it goes. Drop that right there. Press the shock a little bit. Oh, I just kind of set it up on the tire. Yeah, your caps are plastic, but the ball ends are metal. Okay, so any stress that's on here, no big deal. I guess this video is not really made for kids. PBR, it's cheap, it's good. 70 degrees outside. Gotta drink some beer. Yeah, maybe they'll sponsor me one day. PBR sponsored. PBR and RC World. That beer and RCs do not mix. Yeah. I may edit some of this side convo out. I don't know. I might keep it because I feel like some of the videos I've seen on YouTube when there's side conversations, it's just a little more, keeps me watching just because I like hearing and laughing and stuff like that. Babe or Mom, can one of y'all help me out? I just need someone to grab a charger for my phone. Plug it in right here and then so I can plug it into the phone before it dies.
Would you like a please?
Please. And there's one right there. You just have to get a block.
There's a block.
There should be a block somewhere around here.
Yeah, they're on in the wall.
Oh. Big old tubes of shoe goo. I got it at Joann's. It's like $5 a tube. Use one of the coupons. I think I paid like $8 for 3 big old tubes. Pretty nice, especially when I was doing the body for the Kraton 8S and the X Max. Worked out pretty well. Alright, so try to pry this off a little bit. See if I can get it off. Why do you want to put gel in your hair, son?
What water did you just put in your hair?
Hope it ain't the blue water.
Nasty swimming pool water? No. You're gonna get worms. They're gonna come out your butt.
Yeah, Mom.
No, I'm talking about there's water on the swing from when it was raining, and then I spilled it in the
All right. All right, we're back. This diff housing is really on there. The first one did take a little bit of force to come off, but came off pretty easy. The bumper should just come straight up. The bumper's not affecting it. Well, to my knowledge, I mean, if the front bumper didn't, this bumper definitely shouldn't. Sorry, I'm trying to get this GoPro so it stays pretty good. I know I'm moving around a lot. Luckily, I have a decent camera, so it's not all shaky. Let's try something else.
I need more.
Right? When things don't work, just good old force. Sometimes they. All right. Well, that worked. Man. Jeez. You sitting there laughing? Wife's laughing at me. They've never really been a part of any of the videos I've made, which I haven't really talked this much in any of the videos I made. So this is something new. All right, so when you see that when I pulled that out, even this is still a little tough. You gotta pull. I mean, you're not gonna mess anything up. It's just pushing the spring, so you just pull that after you get the first one popped out. Good to go. And those drive gears are just insane. Those input gears are just huge. All right, so here's the diff. Okay, let me get my camera back. All right, here is the diff. So before I even take it apart, I'll clean up because I'm not gonna be taking this thing completely apart. Oh, I'm not gonna be taking this thing completely apart at all until I get the outside cleaned up, keep from any kind of contaminants and stuff. Getting real dirty. All right, so big thing on the drive side, your ring gear. You do have this shim. Take that off real quick.
I got me and you some
Clean it up. Got some what?
potato salad.
Potato salad, that's what I'm talking about. They were doing a cookout today as well. They just happened to show up when I'm in the middle of making a video, so yeah, we're going to be doing a cookout with some friends. Probably gonna be making fun of me all day, but that's okay. So yeah, I like to clean off all the grease that's on there. Honestly, it looks like KY, or not KY, but petroleum jelly. But I'll clean all that off for the most part. One thing I've been using, went by this extra heavy duty grease, right, for heavy duty trucks, farm equipment, construction equipment. It says it's perfect for high temperatures, high speed bearings, and irregular maintenance. So if I want to repack some bearings, clean them up, push some of that stuff in there. Seems to be doing pretty good for me. All right, so now this is the rear diff. It sounds like there's a lot of air inside there. I'm gonna take this apart real quick, and I'm gonna put 500K in this. I think the manual says 100K for front and rear, but like I said, trying to tune up the driving characteristics of this truck, so we'll go for 100K. And sorry for any background noises that may be going on. Haven't really got a good spot set up for me to be doing all this. I think my neighbor Andy, once we get his garage, he gets his garage in order, most of our maintenance when it warms up will be done inside his garage, which will be fine. So luckily, plastic diff housing, not as rough as the center diff. I will tell you on that one, I had to use my soldering iron pretty much at high temp. I'll get down here and show you. So if you look, if you can see it, if you can't, sorry, but there's a little block. My dad bought me a soldering kit for Christmas. He wanted to buy me something. I was like, I need a good soldering kit. Bought me a soldering kit. He's into the slot car drag racing thing. Hit up his buddy, bought me a soldering kit that he sells with that temperature controller right there. That thing is awesome. You put that on high heat, it gets super hot and just is amazing. I just touched it to the side with the wide tip. Touched to the side of the center diff casing for about 20 seconds. Screws came right out except for one of the screws on the diff housing on both sides, because that's my luck. One screw on each side was already stripped from factory. Ended up taking a little square head bit and using a hammer, tapping it down, forcing it into that screw to get it out. I still hit up Arma. They were pretty chill about the whole thing. They sent me a new complete diff housing, center diff. They're awesome. So one good thing I can say about it, I have a spare. When it comes in, I'll replace the gears with the steel ones. But yeah, Arma's customer service, you call them up, explain everything to them, send them some pictures, your receipt. They basically, I've never had them ask me to send anything in. They just, yeah, we'll get one out to you. It'll be there in a couple days. And to me, that's top notch. Can't beat it. I mean, guys are awesome. They make great trucks, great customer service. Basically, I mean, that's one of the reasons the only tracks I'll ever buy, besides a crawler, gonna be the X-Max. Mainly due to customer service and warranty. Now, some of you have some good reviews on them. That's cool. For me, I haven't really had that great of experience with them. I haven't really ever heard anything good about it. But anyhow, let's get to it. So, got the 4 screws out, pulled this guy off. Luckily, the gasket stayed on here. These gaskets, I like them. They've got little pins that come out of the housing, and they go into the holes for the gaskets. Then your screws go into those, so you can't mess it up. I really do like it. So basically, what I do at this point, use my needle nose, pull these gears out. Oh, the gasket does start to come off. I'll go ahead and just carefully remove it completely, just so we don't tear anything up. Clean that off. I cleaned all that out. I'll pull this gear out right there. I'm not doing a full tear down. This truck's only had a few I mean, it's had a good bit of battery packs ran through it, but I'm not turning it all the way down. Is that proper? I don't know, but I got other things I got to do today, so can't spend all day doing this. So take a paper towel, shove it down in there, and just kind of spin it around. You'll feel it catch that pin that's down there. I'll turn everything. Looks pretty clean. Sorry, got a mess going on here. I'll clean that up in a little bit. Oop, that dropped. Get that off the floor. Alright, so for the planetary gear. So a lot of people call these things different things. I work on helicopters. As far as I'm concerned, the big gear in any kind of gear casing is going to be planetary. All these other guys right here, this is satellite gears. The other ones that rotate around. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm not, then cool. But that's what I consider it. These are planetary gears. These are satellite gears. If you don't call it that, that's fine. Alright, sweet. So that's in there now. Good to go. Now we've got to clean these up. One paper towel for each side will do good. Well, I don't care to get them perfect. It's just dirty. Dirty grease. Grease is grease. As long as there's not like sand and dirt and moisture, water. I don't really care to get them perfect clean. Now when I do a complete breakdown and rebuild, I'll use some cleaner and get them completely spotless. But for this, it'll be alright. So here, just kind of go through teeth with my fingernail and the paper towel and get as much of the grease off as I can.
There's new Pokemon cards out now.
Yeah, they were having a release thing for it in the RC place dressing this week.
Sword and shield. I like this.
Yeah, so like I said, just go through here, clean these gears out.
I'm playing shield right now, though.
I'm gonna go ahead and disclaimer on this. I am not in no way, shape, or form a professional at any of this. Just watch a bunch of YouTube videos. So I learned a lot from Rich Duberbash. Learned some things from Tony at CC XRC. Every now and then, you know, he does a lot of running videos and stuff like that. But he does have videos on there where it shows you how to change pinions and stuff like that every now and then. But yeah, so learn from him, Rich Duberbash, Kevin Talbot, obviously. I mean, that dude's huge in the RC video world. Is it Aussie Playground? Learned a lot from him, watching his videos, and the RC Sailors. They run. So a lot of my videos, RC Sailors, I use them mainly for if there's a product I'm interested in getting, I'll watch their videos because more likely they've probably gotten it and ran it, so I can kind of see if it's something that I'd be interested in. No sponsors, so, and military pay. Can't just go out and buy any RC car, vehicle, drone I want whenever I want. So very, very careful what I buy. It sounds like my boys are fighting. Jace, what'd you do to your hair?
Put gel in it.
You put gel in it? Yeah. It's the end of the day, son.
Mommy!
But, yeah, so.
Where the stools are?
Yeah, they're right there next to that paludarium right there. Hey, right here. Turn left.
Oh.
See them? Right there in front of your face? Yeah. But yeah, anyhow, I'm not a professional with this. If I'm not doing something right, leave in the comments below. Open to any and all knowledge and help. If you have a better way of doing some things, like I said, this is not a complete rebuild for me, or else I'd pull everything out, pull the pins out, O-rings, I'd get it all the way down, clean everything up, and build it all up. Alright, so for me, that's gravy. Got that cleaned up. Let's move that a little closer. Here's these gears. Alright, so now when you're putting these together, you want your satellite gears to go on first. And if you've done any diffs, nothing really changes. The only difference is, like the Kraton 6S has satellite gear, a shim, and then a flat piece, right? But this has a beveled edge, okay? It's beveled right here, and so is this gear. No shims. So you just put those together like that. Just like that. Set it down. Like so. Here's a little bit of grease on the inside. Like I said, I'm doing a full rebuild, so I'm not too worried about getting all of it off. It's not gritty or anything. I'm not changing this because I've had issues. I'm just doing it because I want to see the difference, right? So you basically put them all together. I go ahead and put